so happy to have you all here. Look, it's a full house. This is the first of this year's Energy Visions series that we'll be having.
We're here this evening to discuss an important topic, and it's one of the keys to achieving the Paris climate goals: how to decarbonise the transport sector. Transport accounts for about a quarter of the greenhouse gas emissions in Europe. Oil and gas are not the only options for us going forwards. Combined with greater engine efficiency, we think that increasing use of biofuels offers a very cost-effective way of reducing emissions between now and 2030.
At the end of the day, we want cleaner transport. That's the end result we are after. We as manufacturers need to make sure that we focus on what we can do on the vehicle. We need to make sure that the testing is done correctly.
All these different hydrogen, advanced biofuels, etc., all these technologies are different development curves on the S-curve and need different types of support.
Citizens and customers are really willing to spend more on mobility in the future, just in different ways.
That by 2030, 50% of our population will live in cities, and expected by 2050, 70%. So you have at the same time a big effort to be done in cities to keep cities livable.
And we're going to have to start looking differently at how to address transport in urban areas versus transport in rural areas versus transport on highways.
We are successful in shifting people from car ownership to car sharing people. And what you see is that those people really use less cars.
We need stability of policy in Europe. Today, if you look at the conventional biofuel, stability has not been there. It's basically been changing all the time. Every 4 years it's changing and it's going down. That's not an environment that is positive to building out a sustainable biofuel.
There is some really bad biofuels with terrible climate and environmental performance, and there's some really good. And I think that the legislation coming out from the European Parliament should not be arbitrarily either for or against biofuels, but looking at promoting the really good ones.
Not all biofuels are the same. We need to recognise the biofuels that give us the greatest CO2 savings. In Shell, we're producing both existing first-generation biofuels from sugarcane in Brazil, but we also are working very hard on commercialising advanced biofuels, which will give even bigger CO2 savings.
Outside, there is both the simulation and the team from the University of Liège who put together a prototype vehicle to try and compete with other researchers from across the block. They participate in the Shell Eco Marathon Challenge every year.
The future of mobility really needs help and investment to help people like us to go further and develop new things, fun things and really interesting things for the car and for everyone.